Yeah. Yeah.
Ay,
Yeah.
okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay,
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, it's Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Switch. Check 52.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the punt over the side in the air, and The spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry, hurry. Hey, exit. Check, 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. The 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A run for Nick Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And an alley to run. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. First down, a run with Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Lock in, lock in.
On second down now, it's Cohen, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Regular. Hurry.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Chubb running right. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's just me and you. King. Hey, echo. Pistol.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check girls. Real. Smooth. Check. Run. Check nickel. King. Hurry. That's it.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Don't get nervous. Blue. Check three. Motion.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 76 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Bears nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Trubisky, and the pressure gets to him again. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. A good gain there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Again, it's Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Burris.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now running right through it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A give running right is Chubb, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Tighten up, tighten up. Alert, alert, alert. Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
4th down, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Check, check. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team first.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Trubisky will throw, and Robinson with a big catch. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel.
Trubisky's pass complete to Taylor Gabriel. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Trubisky to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep down, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
To say they didn't have. I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.